Y'all ever wonder what Kyla Pratt's been up to? She's in a new Lifetime movie where she locks her own daughter in a cellar. And Kyla Pratt hasn't aged a bit. Rebecca West leaves her daughter Lori to die in the cellar. Then she walks away like it's nothing. Just 5 months earlier, Rebecca was very supportive of Lori's school activities. She was a very hands-on mother, but she expected nothing less than perfection from her daughter. Another mom, Cynthia, who's basically fueled by cortisol, reveals that Lori is no longer the captain of the track team. Rebecca isn't pleased because she wants Lori to make it to the national team. Austin invites Lori to a bonfire to celebrate his 18th birthday. He flirts with her and expects to take her to prom. But honestly, I know a fruit salad when I see one. Austin looks gay. When Rebecca asks about the boy, Lori laughs it off, saying Austin is just a schoolmate. Rebecca reminds her she needs to focus on good grades so she can get into state college. Lori, however, tells her it might be possible to apply for a full scholarship at UCLA. Rebecca won't have it. She's not letting her daughter live far away. She insists all their hard work will pay off soon, and they'll finally be a proud family. Lori doesn't even have her license yet because Rebecca insists on driving her everywhere. Anytime Lori brings it up, Rebecca gets offended, thinking Lori doesn't want her around. Then Rebecca reminds her that they're best friends who should be able to tell each other everything. So Lori admits that she and Austin are together, unaware that her mother was actually talking about her losing the captain spot. Rebecca is disappointed that Lori lied about the boy and grounds her. Later, Rebecca explains that her own parents were very strict and she doesn't want to be like them, but Lori is forcing her hand. She sees her daughter as an extension of her own life. The way she blames everything on Lori is downright crazy. To make up for it, Rebecca gives her daughter a beautiful red prom dress, but she insists it can't show cleavage. She even lets Lori stay out until 11:30 and take Austin as her date. Lori is overjoyed. That night, Austin sneaks her out to his party. He wants things to go further, but Lori says they should stick to their plan and wait for prom. When Lori comes home, Rebecca is awake and waiting. With no excuse left, Lori apologizes, but Rebecca is furious. She takes her phone and reads Austin's messages about booking a hotel for prom night and running away to California. The next day, Rebecca drives Lori to the old family farm, which burned down years ago. She says it could be Lori's one day after she dies. Lori begs her not to say that. Unfortunately, Rebecca takes it literally. She lures Lori into the cellar under the pretense of needing help. Once Lori is inside, Rebecca locks her in. Rebecca communicates with her daughter using a camera and speaker, saying it's just a one-on-one relationship now. She insists it's only until prom is over, but Lori panics. She can't believe her mother is serious. Even with food and water, the punishment is insane. She begs to be let out, promising to obey, but Rebecca refuses. She isn't even afraid of CPS. In her mind, she's saving Lori from Austin, whom she believes just wants sex, while Rebecca has sacrificed her whole life. That night, Austin visits and throws rocks at Lori's window. Rebecca doesn't see who it is and immediately reports a stalker to the police. She tells the other moms that Lori is sick and won't attend prom, though Rebecca will still chaperone. The moms admit they can't stop their teens from having sex, so they just hand their boys condoms. Lori is disgusted, saying they shouldn't encourage it. Rebecca, a widow, claims her own situation as a single mom is different. The other moms look at her like she's losing her mind, because she is. On prom night, Austin worries he won't lose his virginity, so he calls Lori, but she doesn't answer. Rebecca shows up wearing the red dress meant for Lori, claiming her daughter is sick at home. Austin sneaks out to Lori's house, breaks in, and realizes her bed is empty. He runs back to the school and tells Rebecca Lori is missing, even reporting it to the police. Rebecca is shocked. It sends her into a panic. Her flabbers were thoroughly gasted. Detective Lawrence takes the case. She first suspects Austin since he broke into the house. Rebecca leans into the suspicion, encouraging the police to investigate him. But once the authorities are involved, Rebecca tells Lori she can't release her yet. Even though Lori promises to keep quiet, Rebecca refuses. Instead, she brings her more food and reveals that her own parents once locked her in that same cellar. She claims she finally understands why they were strict. A few days later, Austin is cleared of suspicion. During a press conference, Rebecca cries in front of the community, pleading for Lori's return. Her fake tears are so convincing that everyone buys it. The community gathers to help search, though Rebecca hates seeing Austin. Cynthia points out that the boy is staring only because Rebecca looks so much like Lori. For the first time, Rebecca actually smiles at him. 10 days after Lori is reported missing, the case is turned into a media frenzy. Rebecca even puts on a nice dress before facing the press. Austin, wanting to talk to someone who can relate to his loss, tells Rebecca they should use the media attention. So Rebecca announces that the police aren't doing enough to find her daughter and asks the public to reach out if anyone has seen Lori. Austin even holds her hand to show his support. Meanwhile, Lori continues to suffer in the cellar. She begs her mother to let her out because she's starving. The food Rebecca leaves her isn't good enough. Rebecca feels a moment of pity, but as soon as she sees her face on TV, she forgets about Lori and basks in the attention. A month after prom, Austin is still searching, but the detective says there are no leads and the budget is already spent. Lori remains trapped. Finally, Rebecca decides she might let her daughter out, but carefully, since everyone thinks Lori was abducted. She visits Lori and asks her to write a letter saying she ran away to California but is thinking about coming back. Rebecca lowers a basket with pen and paper, but keeps the door locked. Just when it looks like Rebecca might release her, Cynthia reveals that they've written to the mayor about Rebecca's situation. The mayor now wants Rebecca as the guest of honor at the social awareness dinner. Rebecca pretends to hesitate, but, encouraged by Cynthia, she crumples up Lori's letter. Lori thinks she's about to be freed, but Rebecca just leaves her more food instead. Narcissist much. Meanwhile, Austin tries to distract himself by mowing Rebecca's lawn. He notices she has the same smile as Lori. Rebecca, clearly thirsting, leaves him snacks and a chore list, thinking he's the real snack. When it rains, she invites him inside. Austin checks the pipes and notices a suspicious box of food supplies. Rebecca claims it's for camping. That night, 5 months after Lori went missing, Rebecca crosses the line and makes a move on Austin. Jail! What a trifling gardening tool. The next day, Rebecca goes to church, as if she didn't just hook up with her daughter's boyfriend. She still checks on Lori through the cameras, telling her the fundraiser money is going to other parents of missing kids. She insists that locking Lori up is her own fault. Girl, what? By the time Austin wakes up, Rebecca is home again. She compliments his talented hands, and they plan another dinner, not realizing Detective Lawrence has been keeping tabs. The detective soon visits Rebecca, admitting she's never worked a case like this, where someone vanished without a trace. Down in the cellar, Lori finds Rebecca's diary, which reveals that her parents once locked her in the same cellar for 3 months. Lori can't imagine how her mother endured it. Rebecca, watching on the laptop, feels a pang of sadness before running back to the kitchen. Later, when Austin goes upstairs, he stumbles upon the live feed of Lori in the cellar. He quickly covers when Rebecca rushes in, pretending to be busy with the pipes. Afterwards, he meets Detective Lawrence and tells her what he saw. The detective calls him out for sleeping with Rebecca, warning it could incriminate him. Austin admits he did, but insists he's ashamed and begs her to act. She asks him to keep gathering evidence while her team digs into Rebecca's past. Rebecca, meanwhile, is ready to move on. She visits Lori one last time to say goodbye, deciding she can live without her daughter. Lori, weak from starvation, begs to be freed, but Rebecca has made up her mind. Austin later returns to the house and finds a receipt for boxes of food supplies, even though he only ever saw one box. He gives it to Detective Lawrence, who finally decides to bring Rebecca in. She is arrested mid-church service but refuses to cooperate, claiming Lori ran away. She insists she gave Lori everything she herself never had. After digging into her past, detectives learn Rebecca's maiden name was Johnson. When she was 18, her family's farmhouse burned down, killing both her parents. Rebecca was found unharmed in the cellar. The implication is clear. Detective Lawrence takes her team back to the old farmhouse and finds Lori barely alive. The truth is out. Rebecca now faces life without parole, plus charges of manslaughter for the fire that killed her parents. Lori realizes her mother was also a victim but still wants her to pay for her crimes. And Austin? He helped find her, but I pray she didn't go back to that literal mother effer. This one was wild, y'all. Apparently, it was inspired by true stories, though not a specific one. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next video.